Okay, 19th episode of AI's Hit. This week, like every other week, we will attempt to discover and rediscover a photographer. That will be the greatest pretext to try to understand AI's capacity for photography. So I will again rely on ChatGPT for the data, so please check your own sources. It's definitely not the most reliable source. And then I will illustrate using Dall-E and Midjourney and see what comes out. So, AI, could you please tell us more about this photographer's bio?
He was an American photographer and painter. He was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in 1923 and studied at the Rabbinical College of America before moving to New York City in 1946 to study at the Art Students League. He began his career as a painter, but later became interested in photography. He is known for his pioneering use of color in fine art photography and for his street photography, which often focused on the daily life of New York City. His work was often characterized by a sense of playfulness and spontaneity, and he was known for his ability to capture the beauty in the ordinary. Throughout his career, he had solo exhibitions in New York, Paris, Tokyo, Hamburg, and other major cities. He was awarded the Infinity Award for Applied Fashion Advertising Photography for the International Center of Photography in New York City in 2012.
Okay, so that I guess it's the first time, maybe last week a little bit, but this time it's really kind of obvious for me that I really feel, because every time I ask to illustrate, I ask Dall-E to illustrate in the style of the photographer. And this time, kind of caricatural actually. So for those who haven't discovered, it's Saul Leiter. And all those planes and those kind of out of focus moments and subjects, decentered subject. Anyways, maybe let's ask AI to tell us more about the style.
Saul Leiter's style is unique in that he was a master of capturing the mood and atmosphere of the city throughout his photographs, often using a soft focus and a limited color palette to create a dreamy and impressionistic effect.
Okay, kind of, yes, not spot on, but there's something about the period, the way it's framed, the composition. No real subject in the middle, but some hints of something happening. And the colors, I don't know, I think a little bit less than when describing the bio, but the images are quite impressive. Let's listen a little bit more.
He was known for his unassuming and spontaneous approach to photography, focusing on everyday life in New York City. He was a pioneer of the New York School of Photography, which emphasized capturing the mood and atmosphere of the city rather than traditional composition and technical perfection.
Here again, with this kind of focus plane, which is not really on the subject, propulsing the viewer's gaze on something else, but creating some kind of dynamic effect, or the reflections and kind of mirror images. I don't know. It's sometimes this is. I think it's pretty impressive. I guess the teaching database was pretty good. Again, I feel that here Dall-E has a better database than ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is not telling us much about the style. But Dall-E definitely has some understanding, or I don't know if we can name it understanding. I think we should completely redefine the vocabulary to talk about those knowledge features of artificial intelligence, because it's probably trying to imitate something, but works pretty well in this case. Let's listen a little bit more. Oh, okay. So no more. ChatGPT, maybe that reflects what I was telling before, is kind of doesn't know much about Saul Leiter. But definitely here are two more examples. I used the same prompt as before. Really interesting. Using different focus planes, the construction of the scene is really in depth. You have different subjects that kind of interact with each other. We're not really sure who's the main subject. I think it works. The image generation works pretty well. As we have a virtual Saul at our disposal, we might as well ask for the custom creation. So could we have a photo of two dancers walking hastily in the streets of New York with a clown standing at the corner of an intersection on a sunny day, a photo inspired of the style of Saul Leiter? Okay, so I don't know. I think it's. I feel like it's kind of decrescendo. The illustration images for the bio were really great. Sort of went down with the style, and now with the custom creation, don't find much about Saul Leiter. Is that some kind of? Is it related to my use or overuse of the engine before, or some? I don't know. That's one of the major problems we have with AI. We don't really know what's in the black box. So maybe it's my prompt was not very good. But let's see two more examples. Yep, kind of random. I feel that the construction composition is trying deliberately to be tense and not very focused. But we've lost again the different planes, the reflections. I don't find much anymore of Saul Leiter's style, and I have really no good clue about why. But so let's ask Midjourney as every week. Same prompt. Here again, I'm kind of stuck. I deliberately give relatively simple prompts. I don't try to manage the system in refinement to make it look better. I try to. That's the goal of this series. It's to understand how far AI has gone in terms of photography. But here I'm kind of disappointed. Suddenly started pretty well. This episode started really great, actually. But here with Midjourney, the images look like Midjourney. But if you gave me those pictures, I would say, oh, yeah, looks like Midjourney, not like Saul Leiter. And I don't find many arguments in here. Two more examples. I've tried to, since last week, tried to balance a little bit more the custom creations between Dall-E and Midjourney. And yeah, again, in funny pictures, I don't know, funny images. I, I would have no clue that that would be in the style of Saul Leiter. So, anyways, don't hesitate to post comments or suggestions. Maybe you want to give me some ideas of prompts to use for the next times or other photographers. But yeah, hopefully that was entertaining, and yeah, and catch you next week.